Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Okay, so sometimes I collect people kind of like stray cats, right? But they have to have a unique quality about them, and I think I found one. Now, I've actually known this guy for 12 years, but I didn't really get to know him until about last year, probably about this time last year, actually. So he works at a store that I've been going to off and on for a long time because I've lived here a long time. And I talked to him a little here and there. Definitely knew him, knew my first name, and he kind of grew on me last year because I started to understand him. And there was kind of a little bit of time where I didn't go by there for a while, but I really understand him now. Here's the thing: everybody needs someone in their life that is an absolute goofball. Now, I tend to be a goofball, and I realize there's a lot of people that don't understand it. They think either you're stupid or, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like they also think you're weak, which is really weird because when most people see me, they're kind of afraid of me because I'm a pretty, very present kind of guy. But when I start to talk, I'm pretty goofy. I also have a really serious side to me. Okay, so you won't see that very often with me except when I'm doing my work. And even my work, it's very much about happiness, fun, loosening up, helping people to find their happiness and joy. So that's, for the most part, that's my life. Alright, so let's get into it. We're just taking a trip to a brand new restaurant called the Hot Italian. We're just going to take a peek.
That?
Okay, Mike, look at the moon.
Oh yeah, it's bright.
Yeah.
It's a new Hot Italian.
Is it good?
It's our first time. It probably is.
Slices?
They sell little things for like $19.
They have slices.
Yeah. So here's the Hot Italian. Nick, this is really cool. Okay. And this is what's that? Oh, you could stop it. Okay. Yeah. I think it's better moving. That's awesome. So yeah, they got the, I forgot the name of the ice cream. But there's an Italian word for it and I forgot. I'm so embarrassed. But yeah, this is a brand new place. Where'd Andrew go? He's over here. So they haven't turned on the ovens because I think the fire department has to okay it. But yeah, and she's Sicilian, 100% Italian. Oh, this reminds me when I was a kid. So as I told you guys, I grew up in an Italian family. She's from southern Italy, whereas my family's from northern Italy, so we're a little bit more, not as dark. It is. Oh yeah, they got the wine. Awesome. I should go to Italy. I should actually learn Italian. We were not taught Italian when we were a kid. Alright.
Okay, so I was actually at the restaurant about 30 minutes before I went and got Andrew. Andrew took his lunch break. So I actually talked to her. She's the manager. She's actually Italian. Her family's from southern Italy, so they're more Sicilian. So they tend to have darker eyes, darker hair, darker skin. Whereas I'm from northern Italy, but in the summer I get a really nice tan, so it's really nice. But I generally tend to have lighter hair. Although now it's winter, it's a bit dark. Alright, let me share a little bit. So the conversation her and I had earlier, we started talking. She was, oh really? Oh yeah, you look like you're from northern Italy, and back and forth. And she immediately, just like an Italian, she starts talking about how her parents fight like cats and dogs, and yet she would yell at the restaurant. And what else? She started going to the story about how her mom would be chopping these little things up with this big old knife, and it would scare people. And then she's talking like, oh yeah, I remember all the yelling and the screaming and the fighting. And they call it being passionate, passion. Now, when Andrew and I left the store, he what were you guys talking about? And I told him, and I said, but you know what? It is very much, Italian families tend to be very loud, but I tell you what, I do not like to argue at all. And he said, yeah, honestly, you guys, me neither. So this restaurant is literally brand new. They call it a soft opening because they haven't even announced it. I think she had her Yelp page or some page. They have it down as closed right now because the owner doesn't want a lot of people come in because the fire department or the city has to come in and give them permission to turn on the ovens. Okay, so the big ovens that cook the big pizzas, they're not even on yet, so they're not making them, they're not selling them. They're only selling these but these are pretty big, but they have smaller ovens up on the counter that you plug in. And it's like focaccia, and I forget the other one that they said. Man, I didn't record. Actually, hold on. Okay, before that, I did find it was their Apple page. It does say temporarily closed. And just in case you're in San Rafael, again, we're about 15 minutes north of the Golden Gate Bridge, San Francisco, maybe 17 minutes down the highway. It is at 909 Lincoln Avenue, downtown San Rafael. So it's 909 Lincoln Avenue, and that's really near the corner of Lincoln and 3rd Street. As you saw, super clean restaurant, really classy, really nice, and obviously the food is delicious. I really hope this restaurant takes off. I really like that place. Okay, so I have the menu here. They're not cooking the big pizzas yet, but today's going to be, well, it's February 28th, so this will probably come out. I might put it out tomorrow, or actually today in the daytime. So they're not cooking the big pizzas, but they will in 2 weeks. They're going to have a grand opening. And what they have are these kind of like halves, I don't know how to explain it. They're $19, 19 and a half bucks, and they're like the Margarita Classic, the Cannavaro, the Basso, Giardino, Bellucci, Diavola, man, I'm chopping this up, Mozzarella. These are all 19 and a half. The one is 24. So they're essentially pretty big. I would say for a really big man who's starving, you could probably eat that and be full. It's about, I would say, almost half the size of a pizza, fold over, but it's in an oval. I don't know how to explain it. So 2 people could probably cut it in half and feel pretty good, especially if you get a salad with it. It kind of looks like this. I don't think this is one of them, but it's kind of a folded over oval. Well, it's not folded over, but it's oval. I don't know how to explain it. And I can't find any pictures on their website right now. You know what I realized? I'm very lucky living where I live. We have all kinds of restaurants, and there's just a ton of things to do. I think I'm really happy with one of the reasons. They have really cleaned up San Francisco. I've been so very, negative about the way San Francisco's been for the last 5 years. It just went to hell. But they're turning it around because we're going to get the Olympics. We're going to get I think it's a World Soccer game and some other thing. I think one's going to be in LA, one's going to be in San Jose, and I think one of the events is going to be in San Francisco. I'm not sure about that. But they're cleaning it up because it's going to bring a lot of tourism. And because of how bad the rep got San Francisco, they knew they had to clean it up. So it's really nice now. So essentially we're getting 3 world events coming to the Bay Area or California or near the Bay Area in the next, I think it was 3 or 4 years, something like that. So they're expecting a ton of revenue to come in. So not only have they physically cleaned it up, they've also got a lot of policing going on, and they are keeping the beggars down, and they got rid of all the tents and all that stuff. So it's back to the way it used to be. I think one of the events is going to be the Super Bowl. I think Andrew told me that. So I think it was an Olympics, Super Bowl, which is Santa Clara, which is just south of San Francisco. And there was some other event, and I think it was an Olympic event. So it's going to come in the next couple years. Okay, that's it for this video. I just wanted to give you a kind of a cute little video of a new restaurant that came in my neighborhood. This is about 7, maybe 8 blocks straight down the street from me. Alright guys, that's it. Hopefully I'll see you in the San Francisco Bay Area someday, and I can take you on a tour. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.